audio marks coming to you from the Sage-Owned Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, CJ, Joe, and Jared. Woo! The four horsemen of podcasting. Four casuals turned Marks wrestling fans who give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. Enter the ring at your own risk. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Let's hit it!
Hello, everyone. We're back again after a week-long hiatus with a lot to talk about. Evolution went by, which definitely was fantastic. Crown Jewel happened, which was, a thing.
I thought we learned.
And we're on the road to Survivor Series, so we're just going to recap all that. So I guess we could start with Evolution, not Crown Jewel.
Oh, hold up.
No.
There's other people here, Jared.
I don't give a rat's ass about any of you. So we'll start with Evolution.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast. I am the best thing to happen to this podcast since we got the belt. CJ.
I'm the other co-host, Jimmy, in charge of the drops that I've returned.
I am the other co-host, Joe, and I'm in a very bad mood.
Joe Smash.
I don't want to ask you why you're in a bad mood.
You're gonna, though.
No, we're not gonna, though.
No,
I'm not gonna do it.
Whoa, wait a minute, guys. Wait. Does it have anything to do with this?
Suplex City, bitch.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Can I get this out of the way first?
Please don't.
Joe, what got you more mad?
No, don't say
Roman Reigns getting leukemia or Brock Lesnar winning the belt again?
I knew he was going to say that.
Oh, my God. Okay.
I knew he was going to say that.
You spoiled a little bit of that, my
I
friend.
knew he was going to say that.
Spoiler alert, guys. We're on the road to Survivor Series 2017, and Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles are the top champions.
Can we just... Evolution was a good pay-per-view.
Let's backtrack.
Evolution.
Like Jared said.
Evolution was a good pay-per-view.
Order.
That I'd like to talk about. And,
Let's go with what Jared is saying.
Oh, man.
Let's go with what Jared is saying. Order.
Screw it. Why don't we just get it all out of the way first?
I mean, that's majority rules. You want to get out of the way?
You guys pick. Do we want to get it out of the way first, or we want to just...
Let's rip this Band-Aid off.
Fuck. Okay, fine. So, Crown Jewel just occurred, and it was up to about the last
Hold up.
matches.
Hold up.
What?
I have a drop that sums up Crown Jewel perfectly.
On 1 second, McMahon. You actually think anybody could have ran with Hulkamania? Look at all the guys you gave the ball to. Look at all the guys that had the belt. Look at all the guys that ran to the goal line. Nobody ran as hard and as long as I did, McMahon. If you actually think I was just the right guy at the right place at the right time, let me say it one more time so you completely understand, McMahon. If you actually believe in your mind, if you actually think that I was just the right guy.
I'm guessing that did not make WWE.com's countdowns of Hulk Hogan's 10 greatest moments.
Yeah, I highly doubt that.
That one may have got
that
on the
one-
floor.
It kind of fits, because like Crown Jewel started okay, and then it just wheels fucking came
Gay
off.
guy.
So,
Oh my God.
WWE Crown Jewel in the ever popular Saudi Arabia was, again, it started out kind of like the Greatest Royal Rumble, predictable endings to decent, to good matches. Yeah, pretty much. Tag match was good.
We had a tag match?
Yes, we did.
Oh, yeah.
It's because I think
was-
all of us kind of like silently were talking. We're not gonna watch Crown Jewel unless like something big happens.
Oh, I watched it.
it was a tag team match. It was Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon against Braun Strowman and the entire WWE universe.
Joe, is that like...
Let's just go through it.
Let me rant.
No, not yet.
Let's go through it. I agree.
Okay, so Crown Jewel.
Do you want me to go through the results?
Let's see if
I can do it.
No, every single one?
Yeah.
Even the World Cup matches?
Yeah.
Please don't.
So, we have
Fuck.
Rey Mysterio defeating Randy Orton in the opening match,
Fuck.
followed by
Oh my God.
The Miz defeating Jeff Hardy.
Is that the order of which it occurred?
Shut up. I don't know. We have Seth Rollins defeating Bobby Lashley.
But
and
did that occur before or after the Kurt Angle match? Do you have the order correct? Or
probably.
Was there a title match in between those, CJ?
No, there wasn't,
Are
actually.
you sure about that?
Yes.
Can I look it up?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna look
Hey,
it up. No, I don't wanna look it
Jared,
up.
do you want me to demonstrate the Coquina Clutch on you right now?
Nah, it's okay. It's
All right, make sure.
All right, so we also have Dolph Ziggler defeating Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a couple break matches. SmackDown Tag Team Championship, Cesaro and Sheamus.
And the Big Show.
retaining against
And the
the
Big
New
Show.
Day.
Big Show.
Oh, yeah,
You
and
can't
then-
forget Big Show. Well,
Show Bar.
He'll turn on them in a week. Another face don't come. Book it.
I don't even know what fuck else. We also
Rusev versus what?
Shinsuke
Shinsuke
on the
Nakamura.
pre-show.
for
wasn't the
West.
kickoff shot. It doesn't
no
even
one gives
count.
a fuck,
Yeah, that
Jimmy.
doesn't count.
No one gives a
Rusev still
fuck about that
didn't
match
win.
at all.
Who here cares about Rusev
Still didn't
anyway?
win.
Yeah.
Rusev still couldn't win.
Pretty sure it's an anti-Rusev podcast. Just saying.
Hey guys, how about that the kickoff show had more world involvement than the entire World Cup did?
Hey, what are you talking about? Yeah, I got nothing.
Rey Mysterio was born in America.
Seth
You think he was born in
Rollins.
Florida?
Seth Rollins is the Intercontinental Champion. His home is everywhere.
He's from that faraway country, Davenport, Iowa. It's a magical place.
All right.
Each person
magical
lives in like
tribes.
25 miles of each other.
All right. So we also have Rey
Styles.
Mysterio defeating. Rey Mysterio losing to The Miz.
Yeah, a girl.
Fucking bitch.
Fucking Randy Orton.
All right. Miz defeats Rey Mysterio.
There you
We
go.
also
Randy
have
Mysterio, absolutely.
Dolph
Hell of
Ziggler
a wrestler.
defeating Seth Rollins.
Atta girl. You're getting there.
We have AJ Styles retaining against Samoa Joe.
Sure did.
Solid match.
Yeah. All right. Now, so I'm pretty sure those are all the filler matches, and
Everything
all of
that made sense
up
and was
to
easy.
that point, regardless of what you thought about who should have won in World Cup, blah blah blah, the matches were fine. The booking was good enough, passable at least, if not good. Everything was fine. Then we get to the last 3 matches.
So let me go with this. So, the Universal Championship was vacated after Roman Reigns got leukemia. It became
I'm ready
a
to hit the
singles
rant
match.
now.
Not yet. No. We're
Singles
gonna.
match
We're doing that
between
last.
Braun Strowman
We're gonna
and
talk-
Brock Lesnar.
Oh God.
So,
Oh
Braun
God.
Strowman was coming out saying, "Get these hands," lifting up his heavy arms. And then Baron Corbin decided to lift his heavy arms
Yeah, with the belt.
with the belt
Into his neck.
against a guy who survived multiple attempts of vehicular manslaughter in the head with the Universal Championship belt.
So, I guess to summarize this match, and I'm not even summarizing it. I'm pretty sure I'm giving a
Hold on.
play-by-play.
Let's... Jimmy, the drop?
Which one? Oh wait.
What drop do
Just
you
make
think?
it bad.
Hold on. It's
Wrong one, you shit.
Suplex City, bitch.
Yeah, but you see, that's the
no
problem.
suplexes.
That's the problem. We didn't even go to Suplex City. We went to F5opolis.
Yeah, I know, that's
We
why
didn't
I
even
played
get
the
to
other
Suplex fucking
My
City.
hands out whenever you're ready
No,
to
not
take me
yet,
in.
not yet, not yet.
ready
Not
to
yet.
take it.
I'm gonna vent first. So, you have them both in there. Roman Reigns is fighting leukemia. Braun Strowman said on Raw something so nice about Roman. Brock is supposed to fight Cormier in UFC. So Braun Strowman, they're in the ring. Corbin's in there because he wants to lift the belt. Cause I don't fucking know, but he had an agenda, and he lifts the belt, is behind Strowman, hits him in the head. That is able to distract Strowman for the entire match, apparently, which is wonderful. The entire play-by-play. Let's go through it. Hits him in the head. F5 number 1, kicks out. F5 number 2, he kicks out. F5 number 3, kicks out. Anything you guys want to add? No. F5 number 4, oh look, kicks out. F5 to the outside. He beats the 10 count. 5 F5s, 4 kickouts, and beats a 10 count, gets back in the ring. Strowman's in the corner. Brock runs at him. Braun hits him with the only offensive move he gets, a simple boot to the face. Naturally, most fans would say he just went through 5 F5s. This is the turning point. No. Strowman runs back at him, catches him, F5 number 6. Game, set, match. Brock Lesnar is once again your Universal Champion. Why? Joe, would you like to tell us why?
Now, Jared, you ranted on the night of. My rant is actually going to start a little time before this.
Oh, good.
No Mercy, 2017.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know he was going to start that. Oh, no, not this
Brock
again.
Lesnar versus Braun Strowman.
A lot of running powers.
And this is going to be a little bit of a family feud answer. So we surveyed 100 people. Top 1 answers on the board.
Top 1.
How many running power slams did Braun Strowman hit Brock Lesnar with at No Mercy 2017?
Oh,
Anyone?
God. 4? How
3.
many? 3? Was it 3?
I'll accept 3. Ding, ding, ding.
3.
Survey says 3. And 1 F5 ends Braun Strowman.
It did.
Now, fast forward the clock.
Oh, God.
Money in the Bank.
Oh, my God.
2018.
It's not over yet.
Braun Strowman wins the Money in the Bank briefcase.
He did, didn't he?
Well, this is interesting because who's the champion right now? Brock Lesnar. All right. How is he going to cash in? He's going to cash in on Brock? Is he going to cash in on Roman? SummerSlam 2018.
Yep.
We'll save the match result for a second. Braun Strowman comes out before the match, gets beaten up by both Roman and Brock,
does.
gets F5'd and hit with a briefcase, and that makes him dead for an hour and a half, and that's it. Roman wins the title, everything's great, fine.
No, it's not everything's great, though. See, that is a
learned-
problem.
We learned our lesson. Brock is going off into the sunset, Roman's champion, everything's fine. We'll figure out the Money in the Bank briefcase later. So now, Braun has looked like a puss on one occasion against Brock with 1 F5. Again, by getting very little offense done onto him, which, again, an F5 and a briefcase shot is a little less severe than, like CJ said, getting tossed into a garbage truck. And then...
We're leveling an ambulance door.
So,
Or getting leveled by an ambulance and saying, "Go away!"
and then we keep it going. So he has a briefcase. He cashes in ahead of time, I think, because we never really confirmed that. He just got a match with Roman and lost. We never really confirmed that he cashed in Money in the Bank. So we kind of just pushed that briefcase to the side. Roman's the champion. Everything's great. He gets leukemia. So, all right, fine. Here's your chance. Braun is a face again. Give him the title. Everything's all sunny and dandy. And Brock's going to go get his ass whooped by Daniel Cormier in 3 months. But no, Daniel Cormier wins his fight this weekend. And then they just say, you know what? This fight might not happen anymore. Who knows? We're just going to give Brock the Universal title. And again, not only are we back in the same position that I thought we were out of when Roman Reigns finally beats Brock Lesnar, but not only do we go Brock, Roman, Brock in the timeline of the Universal title, not only is Brock Lesnar now your first 3-time Universal Champion.
Two-time.
Two-time.
Two
It's
time.
two-time.
I'm confusing.
Two-time. It's just because Brock's reign was so long, but it's still...
I'm confusing his, 3.5-year-long reigns WWE champion before that as to be, also a Universal title reign. But, so now, we're right back where everything started. Roman Reigns is not champion anymore. Braun Strowman looks like a moron, and Brock Lesnar is controlling Monday Night Raw again. And again, for the second year in a row, we get Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles at Survivor Series. And I want to think that AJ Styles is going to win, but no, Vince McMahon's not going to let that happen. We're going to get the same thing that we got in the last 2 years. Brock Lesnar is going to stand tall at the end of that match. WWE has done absolutely zero. Roman Reigns is out fighting for his life, and the best thing we can do is hit the goddamn reset button.
May I interject, please?
Yeah, I'm good.
So, one thing you forgot to mention is that Brock Lesnar is now tied with AJ with most undefeated wins
my
in
God.
Saudi Arabia.
Well, to be fair, they never said the words.
That's fucking ridiculous, CJ. That's literally just like, I'm going to make up the stat just to kick us while we're down.
No, wait, I forgot. AJ has a win and a draw.
See, they didn't say the words Saudi Arabia once.
No, they didn't.
During this whole
They didn't say Saudi Arabia
said
one
Riyadh
time on the show.
once, and even
I didn't even
Hulk
hear that.
Hogan, they said like right in the beginning. Even Hulk Hogan, who isn't exactly Mr. PC nowadays, even he avoided saying Saudi Arabia, which I'm pretty sure he almost said Silverdome as a slip up once again. But but yeah, so this is where we're at.
Oh, that's what I showed.
So-
It was that one.
Brock could always lose by Braun
Well,
Strowman interference.
Here's the new kind of thing we have going on here. Apparently, this new deal for Brock Lesnar is 2 matches.
Correct.
Now, I'm not a math major at school. I never claimed to be. But
You
Brock
weren't a
Lesnar-
math major in high school either.
That's pretty true. Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles at Survivor Series is 1 match.
Right.
Now, assuming Brock isn't going to walk in with the WWE title and get his clock cleaned by Daniel Cormier,
Universal.
he's going to have to lose at some point. which would be his second match. But when is this second match going to happen?
December
saying-
or the Rumble?
People are saying the Rumble.
But it is November. That
It
means
is.
that we're going to have to go until late January at the earliest without a Universal title defense, which I thought we solved by giving Roman the title. And even when Roman got sick, you could have given it to Braun. All this would have been fine. Brock actually put someone over. He did it to 50-year-old Bill Goldberg. Why couldn't he do it to Braun Strowman?
Joe, I'm just going to say, I'm sorry. I told you Brock was going to eat the pin for months.
He was supposed to eat the pin. That was the original plan.
If it makes anyone feel better, and Joe, you could say it, I called it. I knew it. I picked Lesnar. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't want it, but I fucking knew it. I'm not happy about it.
I think if me and CJ actually watched this event, we probably would have done the same thing.
I knew it. I
But
just knew it.
I refused to
I would have
watch
picked Strowman.
Oh, I picked Lesnar the entire. Pretty sure there's text messages corroborating my statement.
Oh, there is.
I knew
There's a
it.
whole thing on our group chat saying, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah,
What
I'm
just
just.
happened? It
I
was
literally
like-
texted you guys. I'm like, this is ass. So
I didn't know what was going on. It was like, oh, what happened? Because I was busy doing something, and all of a sudden, bam!
So-
Brock Lesnar, Universal fucking champion.
And
on Twitter.
apparently, Roman Reigns pinning Brock Lesnar was the original plan for the triple threat match was going to happen.
It was.
So what? Now that it's a one-on-one match, Brock magically can't get pinned? I don't see how the value changes
Yeah, I don't
by getting
understand
pinned
it.
by Roman or Braun.
the arguments you could make are these. These are your arguments. I disagree with all of them, but I'm just saying the reason that maybe this is
Vince
why.
McMahon is booking Brock Lesnar like the only way you can pin him is by blowing his brains out with a sawed-off shotgun and laying on top of him.
Not quite. Number one, maybe he thinks that Lesnar Styles, again, similar to why Styles beat Jinder last year, is the popular Survivor Series match. Again, I disagree. Strowman Styles would have been just fine, but there's number one. Number two.
Reigns Styles would have been really good.
It was good the first time. It was good the first
Really
time.
good.
Number two, Strowman isn't ready. Again, I disagree, but that's
Wholeheartedly disagree.
This is where these are the thought processes. Okay, and number three. This is the positive aspect. Maybe they have a plan.
This only proves
Maybe
to
there's
me-
a plan in the
They're-
future that this is just a jumping off point for Strowman or something or
This only proves
and
to me
that's probably just bullshit. Though.
The only non-part-timer on Monday Night Raw that Vince McMahon trusted to carry the entire division was Roman Reigns. And now that Roman Reigns is gone, part-timers are going to run the show. That's why until Reigns beat Brock, we had to deal with a lackluster Kevin Owens reign, Goldberg having a reign, and then Brock after all of that, and finally we got Roman. So clearly Vince McMahon has no confidence in anyone under the Monday Night Raw banner, except maybe Seth Rollins.
Well, I didn't mind Kevin. I actually enjoyed Kevin Owens like with Owens and Jericho.
So,
I did
another
enjoy
stat:
that.
Lesnar has a better win-loss record in Saudi Arabia than Braun Strowman.
We were all just gonna take you to the parking lot and beat you.
Brock Lesnar has a better win-loss record in Saudi Arabia than Roman Reigns. That's what hurts me the most.
So,
There's also one more thing that could have been a potential thing, which
all
I
right.
doubt.
okay.
The Prince got involved.
Yeah, maybe because he wanted like this,
He
a
wanted
part-time
big,
guy.
strapping
Yeah.
white man.
Does the Prince
To
hate
get it
people
over.
and just hate people smiling?
Have you seen his country?
We're not starting a civil war. We're not starting an international conflict.
I
CJ.
don't.
I don't know,
mean,
Joe. Coming out of your mouth.
I definitely I guess that's a possibility.
possibility, but-
That would be a different level of
I
crap.
know that's what
but
I wouldn't-
Bubba Ray Dudley was
But
talking
here's-
about too.
here's my thing, though. I just want to say quickly, if let's say that was the case, like let's say Vince McMahon wanted Strowman, but Saudi Arabia's like, no, we want Lesnar. Why? I would expect them to take
they
it off
got
him.
a whole bunch of money.
Very-
And, like, you kind of have to go, okay, we'll do
Right.
it for this once.
But I
it's
would
not
ex-
real continuity until we take it off of Brock Lesnar.
But I would expect if that was the case, and they would just take it off of Lesnar either on this past Monday or this Monday coming up when Lesnar shows up, which they won't.
Also, Brock is
So-
signed for WrestleMania, guys.
That is so that's what makes
Why
me
did there
doubt
have
that.
to be a finish? Why did this have to happen?
No, it should have been a fucking finish. Should have been Braun Strowman winning. That's the finish. Running power slam. 1, 2, 3. We're done. Get that roided up tomato out of here already. Damn it.
Why does
Thank
Survivor?
you for all this amazing content.
And I picked him. I knew it was gonna happen.
You know what's so great?
Nothing's great. No. Trick question.
That you could have just
Damn it.
You could have totally scrapped the Raw versus SmackDown idea for Survivor Series, number one versus Lesnar then. But remember, That's the only night of the year Raw and SmackDown go head to head. Don't think about the fact that the World Cup made it so Raw and SmackDown had to go head to head. Let's just not think about that whole thing.
Okay, so
I mean,
I know booking.
I have one.
I know
do have
booking
a
goes out the
question,
window.
okay.
Is there a positive to the
No.
Brock Lesnar thing?
Nope.
None?
We get more Paul Heyman.
The positive is number 3, what I was saying. Maybe there will be future implications. I fucking doubt it. But if there is,
okay,
there's
so
your positive.
I have another question then.
Sure.
Is the fact that Brock Lesnar having this Universal title going into his UFC event a good thing?
No,
gonna
no,
lose.
it's not.
He's gonna
Cormier's
lose.
going to kill him.
Wait, no, I do have one positive. This will now make Braun Strowman go on a murderous rage, which means there's going to be a lot more independent wrestlers who get paid to be security guards and get thrown around. So it creates jobs. Good job, Vince McMahon.
I will tell you right now, and this is legitimate. This is completely serious. If Vince McMahon, being the financial guru that he is, he knows how to make money, right? If you actually bring the WWE...
Oh, fuck. Brock Lesnar has extended his WWE contract through WrestleMania 35.
Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get it?
SF Gate.
I don't never heard of it.
Oh, and also MMA Fighting says Brock Lesnar's new WWE deal may lead to Daniel Cormier versus John Jones. 3.
That's what I was leading to. So that's what I was leading to.
Oh, gosh.
So listen, if let's just say Vince McMahon, again, being the financial guru that he is, number one, you cannot put the belt on Lesnar going in to fight Cormier, and I will tell you why.
Why?
Because Cormier probably will beat him, and you make WWE look ridiculous. So,
I mean, to be fair, though, for UFC, though, Conor McGregor and the Khabib thing kind of embarrassed them themselves. So, by getting one over on WWE in that sense, I mean, doesn't really...
It's not necessarily getting one over. Like, UFC and WWE actually work very well together. Dana White and McMahon work very well together. I'm just saying that, you can't control the fight. You can't control who wins in Lesnar Cormier. And if Vince McMahon just decides on his own and says, let's bring the belt in and see go one-on-one, it's a bad idea. Because you're putting this on the line right here on who's better. And at least Cormier has a cop-out because he's 40 years old, Lesnar's bigger, and Lesnar has fought before. If Cormier wins, you're making Lesnar, who always walks around that he's more superior than everyone else, look like a fool. So that leads to what CJ was just saying. There is one big reason why Lesnar beat Strowman.
And if you're a UFC fan, this is a positive.
Yes. So basically, this guy, John Bones Jones, who has been regarded as one of the best talents in UFC history.
Second only to CM Punk.
He just can't stay off the weed.
He has had a lot of drug problems. So
He should be Matt Riddle's tag team partner.
So
Like Rob Van Dam's.
many people believed, myself included, that he fought Cormier, I don't know, like a year or so ago and beat him. But again, they said he was doping. So they took it away. It was a no contest. Many people thought that was it for Jones. He was never going to come back. Dana White brings him back. I don't know why. It was probably just for money.
Yeah,
so
money.
At that point, Cormier has the light heavyweight and heavyweight belts. Has him right now. John Jones, in late December, will be fighting for the light heavyweight. Cormier now just keeps the heavyweight. John Jones is going to fight Alexander Gustafsson for that title. Many people believe that now that Jones is back, because nobody expected Jones to come back. Before this happened, everyone was just like, okay, this is Lesnar Cormier. Now Jones comes back. So now everyone is saying now that if Jones beats Gustafsson, I think you have to have a third fight between Cormier and Jones. Either Jones goes up to heavyweight or Cormier goes back down to light heavyweight. Who knows if that will happen? Because I don't know if either one wants to, move up and down in the weight class.
I'm about to put CJ in a knee bar, by the way.
But that it has now become a major possibility. And
Major.
If you put this on Lesnar now, like you said, it's too. It's. Did you make it?
Oh, I made it.
Good. It's 2 matches now, which means he literally cannot fight in January. No chance. No chance. Even if he fights in December, you can't fight in UFC in January. So you're pushing it to February. Now you're pushing it to March.
And Brock Lesnar's already signed for WrestleMania 35.
Well, now hearing this possible story.
It's not possible.
Shut the fuck up. It's possible.
It's been
now
confirmed.
you're hearing this possible story.
It's confirmed.
I will confirm my foot up your ass. It's possible.
Confirmed.
So, but if it is actually confirmed,
It is.
Then, oh my God.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Then now it definitely looks like that is the reason why they were looking at Lesnar Cormier. John Jones is back. Screw Lesnar Cormier. Then we could very well be in for this another Universal title reign again.
Bobby Lashley wins the Royal Rumble. Lashley versus Lesnar at Mania.
No.
I don't want that at all. Oh,
No,
God.
that's a terrible idea.
That's a horrible
I want
idea.
Dean Ambrose versus Lesnar again.
No, we don't.
No.
Batista wins the Royal Rumble.
That's
No,
Batista versus
no.
That's
Brock
fine.
Lesnar.
No, it's not fine.
Well, Batista
That's
needs
more
something to do.
ambiguous.
Well, yeah.
Triple H ripped his boob off the bone. Batista
Hey,
needs
we
something to do.
didn't
We
get
didn't
to
get to
the
that
boob ripping yet.
All right, so let's.
Wait, I have one more stat.
Why? Why do you have one more stat though? Can you explain to me why you have one more stat?
Because it's a stat.
So-
It's not a stat though. None of these. Are
So, Brock Lesnar's combined reigns of 507 days
Uh-huh.
as of this time of recording.
Yep. Don't say it.
His 507-day combined reign is equal to 507 reigns of Finn Balor's reign with the Universal Championship.
It's also equal to 507 Zack Ryder Intercontinental title reigns. Hey, he made it onto Raw this week. He was part of that sea of superstars that opened the show. So kudos to you, Zack Ryder. You're going places.
Yeah.
Zack Ryder wins the Royal Rumble, beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35.
Yeah.
Book it, Vince.
Oh God.
Rough,
That would be-
one
that would-
Rough Rider. One Rough. He takes 5 F5s. Hits one Rough Rider. Boom. And all of MetLife erupts.
And then literally when they go to wherever they're gonna go afterwards, where are they gonna go for Raw after Mania this year? Do you know?
Fuck if I know.
I don't
Let's
know.
say Raw after Mania, the exact same thing happens.
Oh no,
to
it's
Zack
at
Ryder. Brock Lesnar
Barclays.
beats
It's
the
at
shit-
Barclays.
Beats the
It's
shit
at
out of
Barclays.
Lesnar.
Yeah, I would assume they stay in like the Jersey, New
Yeah,
York
I was
area.
thinking like that.
Yeah, Barclays.
Oh, I thought you meant the Mania like 36. I was like, I got no
No.
idea.
So
Wait.
Monday Night Raw after Mania, Zack Ryder gets his ass beat by Brock Lesnar and then loses the belt just like he did with the Intercontinental
Wait,
Championship.
I have a better idea. Ronda Rousey versus Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 35, unification.
In a UFC match.
Yes.
Vince literally brings an octagon down from the rafters and just puts it in the Brock Lesnar.
I am Dana White.
Brock Lesnar versus Ken Shamrock in a Lion's Den match.
Yo, he's
for
making
the
his
Universal
return in
Championship.
some Australian promotion.
Nice.
I think this is all. We should all be fantasy booking WrestleMania 35. We're probably going to be there, so we might as well fantasy book from the stands.
Yeah, that's probably what we're gonna do. Yep.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah,
All
that
right.
was Crown Jewel.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't Crown
no,
Jewel.
okay,
There's
yeah.
so much more. That's the worst part.
oh,
We're-
so it
we're-
gets better.
No,
So, for the
doesn't
World
get
Cup
better.
finale,
You only dug through the top of the garbage,
Yeah,
Jimmy. There's
like,
so much
this-
trash underneath.
So
this.
after Lesnar's match, now you gotta have the World Cup final. You have
Miz
Dolph
versus Dolph Ziggler, right?
You have Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Wouldn't have been my choice for a final, but this is what we got.
now who do you
should
think
be
it
good.
was? The heel
Wait.
or the A-lister? The show-off or the most must-see WWE
heel
superstar
or
in
the heel?
WWE history?
Yeah, the heel of the again. Not my booking. I wouldn't have done that, but this is where we are.
What Ohio native won?
Should be a good match. I'm pretty sure they had that Intercontinental title versus career
Yeah, no
match
mercy.
Yes.
a couple years ago, which is very, very good. Again,
I would have given it to Jeff Hardy.
I would. So then, for some reason, because this is where we're going,
Here comes the money.
Miz gets quote injured because he's not.
It's
Here
real.
comes
It's
the
so
money.
real.
It's not real.
He had a
Many
sore
people
throat.
thought it was real. It
He
was
got
not
kicked in
real.
the throat by Jeff Hardy.
Well,
That's
that was real, but
You can get kicked in the throat, Joe.
many people
Don't blame Hardy.
many people thought it was real when Miz got hurt. It was most certainly not. He apparently can't fight. So
Here comes the money.
You know, this is the plan.
I'm actually more angry about this than I am about Lesnar because I just expected Lesnar.
Oh no, I expected something dumb like this.
No, you expected this.
I expected something dumb to come out of this World Cup
This
final.
is so I can't even like say it. It's just like so.
Shane McMahon is the best wrestler in the world.
Cultaholic's nightmare came true.
So
Oh my God.
So Shane says it's not going down like that. Ziggler shouldn't win. What are you gonna do? Get a superstar from the back. forfeit. Match on SmackDown or Raw. No, that's too easy.
Here comes the money.
Here comes the fucking money.
Shane O'Mac, Shane McMahon.
Shane McMahon basically turns Baron Corbin face for that night, as Corbin is the only voice there is like, no, this can't happen. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. It can happen. Shane McMahon says, you know what? Fuck it. If I wasn't even in it, I'm the commissioner.
That's literally what happened in the middle of that Saudi Arabia.
Just fuck it. I'm going to get in the ring. And I'm just like, no.
But he put Dolph over, right?
You'd think, wouldn't he? I'm pretty sure did Ziggler hit? Was it a zigzag? Did he
hit a zigzag?
He did hit a zigzag. Is that so? Not only did he not put him over, you could probably say he buried him.
He buried him in Saudi Arabia sand. That's
fucking
what happened.
buried him in the desert. Kicks out. And he fucking goes to once he gets to that top row, I'm just like, oh, I know it's happening. Like, I just know it's happening. Every inch of me is just like, I want you to roll out of the way this coast to coast, but I know you're not. And I don't even know if he hits it because the camera pans away. I'm pretty sure he fucking came up short. I don't even know because you just see the camera pan to the corner so you can't even see if he made it. I bet you fucking money he didn't even fucking make it. That
Saudi Arabian money?
Any sort of money. Bet you yen. He didn't even make it. 1, 2, 3. Shane McMahon is dancing like a little girl and his stupid wife beat her up the fucking ramp saying, I'm the best in the world now. Shane McMahon wins.
Also, I can't remember the last time besides WrestleMania 17 when a coast-to-coast ended a match.
Didn't even use a trash can. No, just my fucking foot in your face. I bet he didn't even get it flush. I know it. Kevin Dunn's probably like, oh, he's shorted. He's short. Quick, turn the fucking camera. Turn it quick. He's short.
It's more like, turn the camera.
Holy fuck.
Fucked up. But
in a matter of like minutes, I'm like rooting for heels. I'm like, Ziggler, come on, Corbin, get involved. Hit him over the head. Hit him. Get the belt back. Hit him over the head. Get the trophy and hit him. Do something. This can't happen.
Where's Roman to just come spear him from halfway across the ring?
Anyone, throw something. Do anything.
Okay, hold up. I gotta stop for just. We're 30 minutes into this podcast and we have yet to stop talking about fucking Crown Jewel.
There's so much, though. There's so much. We're not even done.
Hold up,
we still gotta get the main event out of the way.
Hold up. I just
fucking retirement home slog.
Hold up. 30 minutes in, and this is awesome. So much better than the Crown Jewel pay-per-view as a whole. Already.
You know, this was the plan all along. Like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, this was a plan. They didn't fucking ad-lib this. Like, they just are like, oh, someone's hurt. We got to make Shane. No, they planned this. Someone wrote this down. It was like, Shane McMahon wins. Yeah.
I don't know if...
That'll get him over.
I don't know get a word, and I'm just laughing so much.
I don't know if Cena pulling out shifted plans a little bit.
My milked ass. Supposedly, Cena was going to lose in round 1.
Yeah, it's a Ray. I would
no Ray my ass. It wouldn't have been Ray. It would have been Seth.
They said the original plan for Crown Jewel was for Cena to put Ray over. Then Cena pulled out.
That's what I heard. I mean, but supposedly I'd like to
maybe
just
he saw the bracket results. Like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
He sees the spoilers. He's just like, I'm going to Saudi Arabia for fucking Shane.
He saw Crown Jewel and he thought, oh shit, marriage. Pull out.
See, if he wanted to keep Nikki so badly, he shouldn't have pulled out.
Oh my god.
Now, naturally, my implication was, several people's implication was, okay, they did this. It pisses everyone off, right? Let's turn them heel on SmackDown. Everyone hates it. Vince knows everyone was gonna hate it. Let's turn them heel on SmackDown. What'd they do on SmackDown? Fucking face as my grandmother. Are you kidding me?
Wait, your Bubba's never turned heel?
No, my grandmother's not a heel. Are you kidding me? You don't even turn him heel? He says, what's up, Manchester? They're booing him. He just has that stupid, smug, faggot money smile.
Okay, relax there. Relax.
Damn it.
Went off the deep end there for a minute.
I just laughed when I heard about it. I just laughed. I was more angry about Brock.
We're enjoying the 30 minutes of entertainment. This pretty much sums up.
It's literally
Crown
just
Jewel.
been Jared ranting
about Shane. Yeah, Joe took the Brock one.
Okay, so Let's skip this part of it.
No. Let's keep it going. I'm enjoying this.
Well,
No,
this is done. There's nothing else to talk about.
Let's talk about the retirement home match. Let's go with that.
oh,
but
200
I'm not-
years of wrestling.
I'm not even angry about this. I'm just sad. It's just sad to watch.
How bad was it?
Bad.
Well, Triple H basically was nothing because booby popped.
He tore his
He
like
popped
tore his
him. He
pectoral.
popped him.
Yeah, I know. I saw the pictures
He
of it.
tore his
It was-
pec instantly, so he could barely move.
Because he had to do a Harley race spot at 50 years old where you have to hook your right arm over the top rope, and he tore his right pec. A man like that age is not supposed to be flying over the top rope like
but
that.
to be fair, Triple H looks a lot better and is in much better shape than all four of us combined.
Undertaker and Kane just need to stop.
Undertaker's in better shape than me right now.
That's not saying anything. Undertaker
Kane
and,
even is. He got the politician body going.
Undertaker and Kane need to stop.
Yeah.
This is just legitimate now. I don't care if it pays. Enough with this. They
All
can't
right, so
move.
now the bigger question that I need to ask: how was Sean?
Was it weird him bald?
Well, he's been bald. He's been bald for a while,
but he was
so it's
wearing
like
hats. So you never
that's-
noticed.
But how was he wrestling wise? I'm really curious about this.
better than I thought. Here's the thing: every time because he relied on his speed and how like precise he was, So he's with literally 3 big mooses
One of them's injured.
that barely move.
Moose.
So
That's the
Moose.
yeah, meese,
yeah.
mises.
Moose. Two of them
I
are
think me
50
and
years
CJ
old. The other
only
one's
get
hurt.
started.
Yeah.
Moose.
So
I'm not doing that, Jimmy.
Moose.
No, stop it.
Moose. Oh my God. Moose.
Okay, sorry. I have to go.
Jimmy, I'll beat you with your own keys.
Triple H can't even open a door at any point in this match because his arm's just dead.
yeah, so
Did
Sean
you see
had to be
the
the bearer
picture
of
on
torches.
Twitter? My God.
well, oh yeah.
It looked like his freaking internal bleeding.
Do you think it
just
would have been
all over-
much better if Triple H did not rip his boob in half?
Nah, I don't think it would have done shit. To be completely,
It might have
honest.
been better.
It was about the same,
Shawn
to be
Michaels
honest.
wouldn't have had to work the entire 20-minute match by himself.
So like Sean would build up speed, he'd start going on the ropes, and he just hit one of them, and you just see like you start to build up speed, and it's gone, and it's just like you hit a brick. Like that's
So
what
he
it
has
was.
no cardio essentially.
No, he had cardio. What I'm saying is every time he would contact one of the big guys, or any momentum ended because
like
they're
Undertaker, Giant
so
Gonzalez.
slow.
Oh, okay. So Michaels isn't the one. It's
No,
everyone
not at
otherwise.
all. Yeah, to be honest, you could barely even tell. Michaels was very good, and then, especially for his age, Michaels did very well. And then as he starts to pick up momentum, and I'm saying to myself, okay, let's really see what he's made of. You know what I mean? He'd hit Undertaker, and Undertaker would try to counter it, and it's like watching paint dry, and you just see all the momentum get sucked out. And then again, you'll see Sean start to get momentum, and then again, the life is just taken. And I couldn't tell you how many flare chops there were in this match. The chop was like
there
the ultimate
who
offensive.
many?
That's terrible.
Chad, you ready to go home?
We haven't even gotten to all the meat and potatoes of everything else that happened for the past week. Held up on that.
I liked Woo Many.
I mean, there were, but and you know what actually the funniest part was the match barely even starts. Say the match is 5 minutes in, Saudi Arabia crowd chanting "This is awesome," just because they're just so clueless of oh these are big. It was terrible. It was. It's my opinion. Some people are for what it was good. I can't take it anymore. It's so slow.
All right, so then I have a question about Michael's wrestling again in general, in a real.
He said he's
aspect.
done.
He's done, but if he could go again, would we be excited to watch him wrestle?
I'd like to watch him against someone quick. AJ, Bryan. So, and I'm not just saying that because that's what everyone's saying. He needs someone fast because that's how Michaels is. He's always someone with some speed, and especially now at his now that he's older, if he has someone faster with him that could set the pace for him and drive him to go faster. If Shawn Michaels fought AJ, if Shawn Michaels fought Daniel Bryan, I feel pretty
There is
confident
one match,
in that
though.
it would be better than a very fair amount of WWE matches we see on pay-per-view.
But, you're forgetting the most important match. There was someone that really did him harm a number of years ago that he has not gotten retribution for. And he's currently holding a championship that Michaels has never held. Suplex City, bitch.
No,
Oh my God, no.
no,
Oh my God!
no,
Just full circle around that.
no.
All right, so overall, Crown Jewel. was a
if you take the first 3 quarters, if you take out the last 3 matches, you're probably I'm sitting on like a B.
It
as
sounds
far
like
as
that
the rating is
Super Bowl
concerned.
with the Patriots where they won in the last quarter.
yeah.
The one last-
Oh, like it was all crap,
it's
and then
like a
it.
Falcons fan watching Super Bowl.
Right,
It's like
right,
a Falcons fan
right.
watching
I see what you're
Super Bowl
saying
51.
now. Yeah, but well, then again, from a Falcons point of view, then the first 3 quarters were amazing. This was not amazing at all. None of this was amazing. It was a B show, and then
With C-level content.
then you get to the Lesnar match. All right, so now I'm dropping from a B to like a C minus. Okay, then you get Shane McMahon. Oh, I'm sitting on D now, a fat D. And then,
Yeah, you are, baby.
Fat D.
Yeah,
and
you are.
then I
I mean,
see.
like Hogan said, gay guy.
Yeah.
Fat
Hell
D.
yeah, so
Then,
that fat dick.
then you get the old man slog. Guess where we're at? A nice fat F. That's what I give this show, dude. No implications. Giant waste of time. This did nothing. The only future implication was that Brock Lesnar is champion, and that is
It
garbage.
also fucked the Survivor Series bill because now they have to jam everything in
yeah,
for 2 weeks.
right? Because now
Okay,
you have 2 weeks.
All right,
I remember
Now you
watching.
have 2 weeks. Yeah,
when I was
that's
watching
right.
it, I was reading up
That's
on
right.
it, and I was telling my coworkers who are wrestling fans. Shout out to Ruben Cruz and Bill Burns if they ever decide to listen again.
Again,
They decided to
again.
listen to you once.
There was a lot of cursing in the first episode they listened to. They're like,
What? That could have been any of them.
Well, I don't think this episode
that's
is
not
good.
gonna help.
That's not going
Yeah.
to bring them back.
No, but I remember I told Ruben about how Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar won, and he's like, first off, fucking spoilers. Second off, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
I saved him because he said, you know what, thank you, because I would have wasted all that time to watch the only match with implications.
It was like
only
5
to be
minutes.
disappointed.
Right. Right. Let's be honest. Let's
The match
be
was
honest.
5
here.
minutes long.
Match 5 minutes.
Steph Curry.
You could, let's be honest.
fail.
Let's be
That
honest.
was-
That was
You
the
could
pay-per-view.
have.
That was crown jewel right there.
That was good
That was
defense.
crown- like it was going out a little bit.
And then
For
Brock
those listening,
Lesnar happened
This
and
was
went,
literally like Vince just said, like, all right, this pay per view is gonna suck. I know it's gonna suck. Everyone knows it's gonna suck. Let's steer into the skid. Let's make it bad, and let's just make some money. That's what he did. And guess what? Who watched Raw and Smackdown this week? I did. Anyway, I did. I did.
Not really.
I
did.
Some
I sure did.
highlights, Some highlights.
I did because
Raw was a shit show too. It
I
was
still-
boring as all hell.
Smackdown was good. Smackdown
Let's-
was actually very
Well,
good.
hold off on that for a second.
you hold off on it.
I want to talk about just one little tiny thing. Was
It won't
the
be tiny if
which
you
we
bring it
kind
up
of,
here.
but kind of way early in the beginning of it
Right.
was Hogan.
Yeah.
Hogan came back officially.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yay!
I'm with it. It was the biggest highlight of the show.
Yeah, I
I had no
mean,
competition.
he's not gonna. I mean, granted, I don't want to say
Hogan
I don't wanna
versus
say not.
Lesnar for the Universal
Yeah,
Championship.
I don't want to say
I
he's
can-
not.
I
Gonna,
can
Hogan
see that
wins the
happening.
Rumble.
I don't want to say not gonna wrestle because, like, in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm thinking logic. Wait a minute, let's not.
There was a Twitter exchange between Hogan and Rusev.
Like, I don't think.
Fuck.
Hogan buries Rusev at WrestleMania.
I don't think he'll wrestle. But you know,
We didn't think
you
Rocky
know.
Balboa was going to box again, but in 2006 he did.
Yeah, but that's a movie, and this is still.
Sylvester Stallone's just as old as Hulk Hogan.
I know. So
What if
I don't-
Hogan manages Rusev?
I don't
No, God, no.
I don't really
What
have.
if Zeb Coulter manages Hulk Hogan?
What if Hogan manages Shinsuke Nakamura?
No, God, no, no,
I'm
no.
a knock American brother. Let me tell you something.
No, stop with terrible ideas.
These pythons know strong style, brother.
Oh my God.
Kinshasa, brother. How do you like the Kinshasa?
Wait,
Alright.
what if he takes Andrade Cien Almas from Zelina Vega?
Mega?
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 Yes!
The Mega Powers?
No, Mega Mex America.
Oh my god.
Oh God, no! Please
Jack
stop.
Swagger comes back.
No, stop.
And every
Cesaro
time
comes into the
Shinsuke
fold.
cuts a promo, he'll be like, I don't know what the fuck you just said, brother. But brother, knock America, brother. Yeah, brother.
I don't understand Chinese, brother. But what I do want to tell you, brother.
I don't like chow mein, but let me tell you something.
Right.
brother.
I don't need MSG in my chow mein, brother. But let me tell you something about Crown Jewel.
In Saudi America. Yeah, damn it.
We needed this joke. Now, bring it back in, boys. Bring it back in.
We're in.
We were in.
We were
This
way,
is
we were
urine.
way
That's
out.
what it is.
We gotta come back in.
We're in.
That show was
We,
here.
we were in.
We were so out.
We were way.
We went back in to go out again.
We've been out.
That's how out we were. We were so out, we were in.
Oh God.
And then we were out again.
All right, let's talk about something a lot better. Let's talk about evolution.
It's a mystery.
Let's talk about me shooting myself in the foot with a nail gun, because that's better than Crown Jewel.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that very much.
So evolution, something that
Evolution. It's a
hopefully
mystery.
makes
Let's
us,
put
makes
this
us
in
happy.
perspective. For that entire week, from Evolution to Crown Jewel, wrestling was great, and it got shittier by the end.
It sounds like WCW in the 90s.
Did Vince Russo book Crown Jewel?
That
Vince Russo is smiling somewhere like, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I would have made Shane McMahon the winner too.
Shane McMahon would have been my Universal Champion if I had a choice.
Brock Lesnar's going to join the NWO.
No. Brock Lesnar's going to lead the League of Nations.
Oh God.
oh my god.
Minnesota's a nation now.
All right, evolution. Now I'll let the two of you take most of this because
Yes,
you guys
because
were
we were there live.
Girl power!
So, but for me, it completely
Well, I kind of want
defied
to ask your
expectations.
perspective as well because you guys probably watched it. At home.
Wait, this happens a lot.
What?
What?
When we go to a show, they're watching it.
Well,
No, duh.
sure.
But like,
If
this was Raw 25. We went, they didn't. Evolution, we went, they didn't.
all right.
I mean, if it helps
I mean-
your analogy anymore, CJ, I didn't even watch Evolution.
Oh, you didn't.
You're
You
a
should've.
cock, Joe!
It was very good.
Yeah, it was very good. It makes you feel a lot better after
very
watching.
good.
I was at a meeting and a radio show all night,
Crown
so I
Jewel.
couldn't watch it.
To be fair, I didn't go in with the highest of expectations.
Neither did
I
we.
went reserved. I said to myself, chances are probably Charlotte Becky was probably going to be the top match. Chances are, and you know I actually thought Nikki Bella Ronda was going to be pretty weak. This was just my pre-thought. I didn't think it would be bad. I was just hoping. My really hope is that they were really going to take this seriously. Because you really have good talent. I was really hoping they
There
were just going
wasn't
to
a
take
single
this
bad
seriously.
match on the card.
No,
No, there was.
That was great. Even
There
the
was not a
fucking
bad
Battle
match.
Royal was excellent.
It was entertaining. I was very
The
entertained.
bathroom break match was still a good match to even watch.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a bathroom break match.
No, it was. Everything was good. Everything was good. Oh my God, Baszler and Kyrie Sane
Okay,
just
let's
they
break down the
like.
card a
Alright,
little
yeah,
bit
so-
from our
So
perspective.
let's start it off.
Well, we went there. It was a packed house. So
Yo, sold out.
whoever came up with that story about underselling Evolution.
They also started selling it for $9. So let me
okay,
throw that
so-
out there.
Okay, so fair enough.
So they decreased the prices to get people to go. People eventually went.
So-
I guess.
It was packed.
Let-
it was
let's
packed.
So they got the seats full.
There was an NXT UK match. It was Rhea Ripley versus Dakota Kai. Rhea Ripley
Was that at
won.
the end?
The
or
very
was-
beginning,
It was
very
the
back.
beginning.
It was
the
the
Dark match.
Yeah, I knew it was a dark match. I didn't know if it was.
We
in
were
the
too
end of the
busy
beginning.
getting shirts.
As you can see from my bad reputation, Ronda Rousey.
I just have an Evolution shirt, but this is Pikachu right now with a nice conductor uniform.
It's great.
So we went into the pay-per-view, and the seats actually weren't bad. You know, they're
Well,
really good.
I think the brilliance of Nassau Coliseum is that it's a better layout stadium than Barclays is. Barclays,
Well,
that's not saying
Barclays is
much.
just it's high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's built high.
Yep.
The Nassau Coliseum bowls in.
It's
Yeah.
it's a very good play. Nassau Coliseum's a very very good place.
We started off the night with a nice tribute package for all the women throughout history, which is really cool. The only biggest complaint, which happened throughout the night, was that there were audio issues.
Oh, there were.
Yeah,
There were
so,
a lot of
during
audio.
the guitar riff. Like if you were there live, you would hear it blazing 1 minute, and then it would just go silent.
Oh, really? They had some audio issues.
Yeah, even when they were announcing. they
Yeah,
had
when
the
they were
same problem.
announcing stuff, it was bad. You know, that was the only part.
That's unfortunate. But I
Um,
mean, it doesn't really. It's not that big of a deal.
No.
I think looking at it from the fan, it reminded me a lot of Takeover. That's what
Really?
Evolution reminded me a lot of Takeover.
Because you went to the very first takeover, right?
Yeah, well, in Brooklyn, I went to the very first one. It was definitely a Takeover vibe. That's
Yeah.
when watching it from like the stand, it felt very Takeover-ish.
Okay.
All right, there's
All
one
right.
thing we got to talk about, though, and we'll get to it. And I think
Yeah.
you know exactly what I want to talk about.
We'll get to it. It's
All
good.
right.
It's good.
All right, so we start off the night with Trish Stratus and Lena taking on Foxy James.
Probably for me, I think that was the weakest match on the.
It
It
was
was standard.
down further only because like it was Legends.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's like the
you're-
reason why it should have went further down the card. So the match
Right.
card type as well how that was structured was a bit off too. But it
Right,
was
they
still
had a
good.
little piece of nostalgia. It was very unfortunate Bliss couldn't be in it.
Yes.
Obviously, that would have made it a lot better.
I want to see Stratus versus Bliss at Mania. I feel
at some point.
I think
at some
we
point.
should. I
I think it's gonna be an extended feud.
Stratus definitely proves she can go, and
Yeah.
Bliss is very good. So but yeah, that was probably the weakest one.
There was such a huge pop though when Trish Stratus and Mickey James were in the ring together.
Yeah,
Just like
Yeah, we were. I was
Right.
so
Holy
ready for one of
shit.
them to do the V thing.
Yeah.
Like I was just waiting for Mickey James to do it again.
Yeah. So I get it. It was probably a big nostalgia thing. I think
Yeah.
that's why they did it. And I think
fucking Fox botched it though at the end. That was the only right. It was Fox that she went to was it Lita hit the lead assault, and then she was about they were about to pin, and then you just see the ref go nope.
oh yeah. Yeah,
And Foxy didn't
yeah.
even touch.
I remember that. I do. I mean, again, it was definitely for me the weakest one. I enjoyed the nostalgia. I think they were right to make it the first one, just because you want to get all the nostalgia up. You want to get everyone up.
You wanna get everyone pumped.
and ready to rock with Lita and Trish. So and that was. But that was.
I mean, I was worried for Lita's safety because there was a couple times where she could have broken her neck doing a moonsault.
Yeah, but
But other than that, it was a good match.
it was good for what it needed to be. It was a nostalgia pop. We knew it wasn't going to be the best without Alexa Bliss. It is what it
All right,
is.
so
what
then
it is.
The next match was
I believe the Battle Royal.
Battle Royal,
Which
Yeah,
exceeded
it was.
my
It was.
expectations.
Completely. I thought it was
Well,
gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be terrible.
they
I really did.
killed it. They
Yeah, they did.
absolutely
All right.
killed it.
And a good woman won. Like I was thinking, like I was.
Hey
talking-
Jimmy,
that
who won? Who won the
Yeah,
who won the Battle Royal, Jimmy?
Okay, hold up. Before I put this out on Twitter before the event started that we switched certain matches for who was going to win and lose.
Yep.
We did.
So I originally had Nia Jax winning.
You sure did.
You did.
Which
Hell
I
of a
got
pick.
shit for.
Hell of a pick.
I got shit for from all three of you.
You did.
You
we
did.
all doubted you.
And
And
then you
then
I
doubted
switched
you.
it, and
We peer pressured
because-
you.
yeah, because the goddamn switch.
into
You
second
know what?
place.
You know what? When we get to that match, we'll talk about that switch. we'll get to that. But I then switched it to Ember Moon, so I got at least second place on that. So I don't feel completely bad, but I should have.
All right.
I should
As
have.
long as you could
I
sleep
should
in
have
it.
just stuck with my original guess.
Yep.
And I'm mad about that.
So Nia
But-
Jax won for everyone that couldn't figure it
Nia,
out.
Nia won. Ember came in second. Me, Joe, and CJ, we all took Oscar.
Fourth.
Right?
Asuka.
Fourth,
you did.
because
It was
Selena
fourth.
Vega came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
which was
right.
Yo, I was
Right.
so
We were-
hyped for Zelina Vega to win.
We completely lost track
No.
of Selena Vega.
I remember I was talking to Nicole.
Oh, I completely forgot about it.
I remember talking to
completely
Cole,
forgot about
and I was talking to you two. I was like, "Hey, whatever happened to Zelina?"
I don't know.
And then we were just like,
thought
"We
about
don't
it,
know."
like,
And then
maybe
she just pulled out a fucking Santino.
I honestly.
we lost it.
And
We lost
usually, like when the Royal Rumble, like when someone does that, you kind of remember, like, oh, that one's still in it. But I forgot.
I think she
completely.
hit it underneath a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people getting eliminated, which
Yeah,
was great.
I think like maybe like as someone went over, maybe she like just
Yeah.
rolled under. They made no. I don't think Michael Cole said a word on like regular pay-per-view Oh, I had no idea. So when she came in, I knew she was gonna get eliminated, but it was still great. like,
What was it?
a fun thing that happened was the dance break.
Oh yeah, so it was Carmella, and she was basing her outfit off of Ivory, actually, from the '80s, from Glow and stuff. So Ivory actually does the dancing with her. So for Carmella, that was
pretty-
really big for her.
It was pretty fun. Like we enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was dancing. I
Which
was like,
then
"Woo!"
I think that convinced me more that there's definitely going to be a tag team division going.
Yo,
for the
if
women.
Ivory and Carmella could be women's tag team champions, I'd be happy.
Again, that's like going back to what I was saying. Like, if you want to have a tag team division, you're gonna need some part timers.
By the way, Alundra Blaze was fantastic. I fucking loved her.
Yeah,
I
she
loved
was
seeing
good.
her.
She was great.
Ivory was. Ivory
I think
was.
Michelle
Molly-
McCool kept her streak alive of eliminating the most people in a battle.
Michelle
Royal
McCool was
Rumble.
really good.
I
Like,
am-
she could just come back, period, and I
Yeah.
think she would be really good.
Does
I don't know
anyone
why
else-
she doesn't come back.
Does anyone else ever get upset when Molly Holly gets eliminated?
Yeah,
Like,
I got a little upset.
I'm like, oh,
guess.
Molly.
I guess, but it's
But
like
it's
you
like-
expect it.
You expect it, but it's just like, oh, Molly,
I
no.
guess.
Like, you're like, oh, like I knew it was going to happen, but it still sucks.
I guess. All right, guess.
She's just so nice.
all right.
and humble.
Let's go find her.
But
Send
the
her some
ending
flowers.
exchange, like there was a moment where that could have been 50-50 either for Ember Moon or Nia Jax.
I'm kind
when
of glad
when the
Ember
two
didn't-
of them were left,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
was
thought,
like, oh my god, this
I
could
thought-
happen.
Yo,
my
and then-
thought when the two of them were left, my thought was Ember was gonna win. It's just what I thought, because I just thought that Ember was more likely.
Nia did
Then
that
as
fucking
it's just
spine buster.
they start running back and forth, ropes to ropes, and I'm just like, oh my god, all these counter. It was really good. The two of them, they're really
that's
good.
how a battle royal should go from now on, because that was incredible.
They're really, really good.
Do you mean we're including that quintuplet suplex?
And Nia just really impresses me. Like, at her size, for her to move the way she does is really impressive. She's really good. And
now she gets a championship opportunity.
She
with
does.
whoever.
Probably.
I mean, that's about everything she
Probably
does.
with Ronda
Yeah,
to
it's gonna
reclaim
be-
her belt again.
Yeah, right.
I doubt it, but
No, and that's why I didn't think it was going to happen, just because I didn't think they
which
go
means that
back,
could probably
but-
happen at the December pay-per-view, whatever that
TLC.
Yeah,
TLC.
it's going to be
10 to 11 care.
So, so that was that
Right
match.
to you, Roman.
It was good.
They actually had a Roman spot in there. Not sure if anyone noticed. It was Tamina and Nia Jax when they both looked at each other and they did the Roman wah thing and just start taking everybody
Yeah,
out.
I remember that.
I don't remember.
It was like a Samoan thing that they did and
I
stuff
don't remember seeing that.
for him. So, pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
Next up is the one that we all got correct. Tony Storm defeated Io
I
Shirai.
know. Okay, so now it's my turn to fucking rant. What the hell? This is complete bullshit. All right.
There's no bullshit here.
No, this is bullshit.
legitimate. You got your Switch, we got our Switch, everybody's
the
happy.
only reason I switched was because
Woo!
you guys decided to switch last minute.
No,
And
wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait
yeah,
a minute.
You texted. You let us know in the
Well,
group
but
chat.
in weeks prior, legitimately, we have said, because especially when we make our predictions on Wednesday, because it's very early to make the predictions for something
Well,
on
we
a
do
Sunday.
now. We didn't always.
Well, I know. No, well, on Fridays usually, whenever it's but we always said that even if it's Wednesday, if you wanted to make a switch, you can make a switch. You can do whatever the hell you want. Doesn't matter. I've
You
always
picked the one goddamn match
now.
that would switch
Now,
over and give you a win.
It turned out that we made a very smart move.
Yeah, no shit.
And Jimmy kind of, maybe half out of spite, half out of anger, half from partially strategic, made a switch, and it didn't work out.
It had to be
Put Jimmy
fair.
back
And
by
you know
two.
what? Mine could have gone 50-50. There's no way.
So-
I'm not going to go into.
So,
us
if it
right
makes
now.
you feel better, you were closer than we were in the Battle Royal, but unfortunately, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So,
Hey, our picks were in the final four. Oscar got eliminated.
go us, CJ, right? Yeah, go us, man.
Shut the fuck up, all three of you. My God. Anyway.
Hey, at least
Just,
you didn't-
so just to set a precedent, if you want to make a switch, you can make a switch. Hello?
Hi, are you able to hold it down a little bit with the F-bombs? Yeah, we're right next door. You guys are pretty loud.
Sorry.
Alright,
That's all right. We're trying to study. Thanks, guys.
no problem. Alright, so we just got interrupted in a podcast, but whatever.
Don't worry, I'll edit it out.
Ugh,
Thanks, guys, making me work. Alright, but we're going to have
like
to...
Nia.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So, I thought it was, so
trying to think.
yeah, Tony Storm and Io Shirai it was a really good match. I actually thought it was going to be a little better, to be honest. I was expecting like a little bit of like
It started to pick up, and it really got the crowd pumped. At least from where we were, the crowd was really hot from beginning of the match, beginning of the night to the end of the night, which was fantastic. And Tony really did pull out all the stops, the German suplex on the freaking apron and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, it was definitely very good. I think just like a lot of people were calling this match of the night. So maybe I
Yeah.
just went in with a little bit of higher expectations than I probably should have.
I didn't think it would be match of the night. And
Right,
we
so
all
maybe-
know what match.
well,
Right.
Jimmy thought it was the match of the night.
I thought it was great.
we've disagreed on
like,
that.
It was very good. I
It's
think
because...
I think it was
when
probably
we get to
yeah.
the other match, I'll explain a bit more detail on that. But I prefer, if we're gonna call something match of the night, it has to actually be a legitimate, no, gimmick or no, specialty to it to make it match of the night. That's how I feel when it comes to wrestling matches.
I think you whatever you put in it, if it works, it works for me. But like if it leads to a finish, then it's a match. But that everyone's
That lady really killed our vibe. Like, I was having so much fun.
You really
and then
flat
that-
tired
Listen,
us hard.
you're-
Well, here's the thing. It
I
wasn't
have to edit this stuff out.
This
now.
this wasn't even my F-bomb. It was yours.
Yeah,
I mean-
the one time Jimmy goes off the deep end.
I expected her to just say lower your voice because we were all loud, but she
Well,
said
fuck.
She said But you said the F-bomb. Yeah, I guess.
Well, now we're talking about it, so now she's gonna hear us.
Yeah.
I don't care. I will never see that lady again.
This is getting bad. So
Let's move on to the next match.
Yeah.
Jimmy, I don't think there's any editing going on here. I think you just have to steer straight
Just
into the
keep
storm.
it. Just keep it.
Fine.
Because you're going to edit out like a third of the show at this point because we keep referencing it. There's going to be no...
Well, no, I was gonna.
That lady was
reference
just
that
mad
one
she
part
wasn't
just
on
then.
Evolution.
let's get to the next
Evolved
match.
into a
All right, next
bitch.
match, which was.
Oh,
what
it
the-
was Kairi Sane losing the NXT Championship against Shayna Baszler.
This, if you want to, this match
What
was
the fuck?
outstanding.
It was
for me.
great.
Went over my head. I did not expect that finish.
No. Actually, no. I lied. It wasn't that match. That wasn't the next match.
All right.
Which one?
6-man tag match. 6 women.
6 man?
Yeah.
Six
Ruby
women.
Riott,
No, Riott,
Sarah
alright.
Logan, Liv Morgan were defeated by Sasha Banks, Natalya, and Bayley.
Also exceeded my expectations. I
That
thought
was
it was
really good.
going in. I thought that was probably going to be the worst one, maybe, and
One of the better ones.
and it was good.
There were so many
There was some
times-
storytelling.
Yeah.
The Riot Squad, they work really well together. Like they got a lot of offense in. It was really good.
I
It was
was very-
really good. I was very
It
impressed
went
with
back and forth so much that I really thought Riot Squad would win
Yeah.
on many occasions.
The Riot Squad got so much offense in, and I think Sasha was the one. She must have kicked out like 5 times. in
Yeah.
Very good offensive like spots, and every time I was like, wow, like
I'm
this
still
is
mad.
is
So,
very good.
The standings is that you guys are 2 up on me, and then I think you're 6 up on Jimmy.
Correct.
Yeah.
CJ, Jimmy is all but eliminated.
Jimmy needs a collapse of all
All right.
collapses.
Yeah.
So I think just a little tangent. We should include NXT Takeover.
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
And
yeah.
then if Jimmy
Oh boy.
gets all of them right,
Everyone in Takeover and Survivor Series
Yes.
goes completely
I
undefeated.
feel like that should be his only way to win. Because there's no way we're having 6 differences.
6 differences between Survivor Series and let's just we'll make our picks and I guess see where we're at. If let's just say there are a good amount of differences, maybe because Survivor Series could be polarizing. There's going to
It
be
could,
a lot of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So let's just but you're right. If he could somehow go undefeated in 2 pay-per-views,
Yeah,
I
if you
think you
can
got to
get...
give him something.
Yeah,
And knowing how good Jimmy is at picking matches.
hey, as long as Rusev's not
Yeah,
on
as
the
long
card.
as Rusev's not on the card, we'll be
If
fine.
he takes someone's
or
last
Nia
minute-
Jax.
If he takes someone's last minute place on the SmackDown men's team, we're picking the Raw men's team. We're picking Raw. That'll be the switch. It'll be like Shane McMahon injures knee, can't compete at Survivor Series, and it'll be like Rusev's his replacement. Nope, Raw's winning. Done. It's that bad juju.
You guys are so mean to me.
So yeah, 6-woman tag was good.
The NXT Women's Championship match was fantastic.
amazing, outstanding.
So I saw them go into the crowd. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And then I just see, as they're leaving, I just see Kyrie like punch someone in the face. I'm like, Kyrie, that's a fan. Kyrie, what are you doing? You're too nice for that. And then I see them come over the like, security, get them. Like, they're not supposed to. Like, I didn't know what to think. I'm like, and then I'm like, wait a second, Shayna has friends. Wait a second, Shayna has friends that are
Right.
MMA fighters.
It helped. It helped me because right before the match started, Michael Cole introduced them. So like Michael Cole introduced them immediately and kept going back to them throughout the match. So it's
God
like I
damn it,
said to
Cole.
myself, like, all right, I know they're gonna get involved in something. I didn't know exactly what, but then Kairi Sane got thrown like into the barricade,
Yeah.
right under them, and I was like, all right, here we go. So that helped a lot. Yeah, I could see that. If you like, and it's probably because we don't know them a ton because they're not like in
It was Jessamine Duke and Mahashari Rara.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one, sure.
The Maharaja.
Mojo
We apologize to you, Miss Maharaja.
Wife of Roderick Strong.
So
Stop talking.
we're making this
Stop
worse.
talking about it.
We're making this worse.
Yeah. So,
Muhammad Ali's gonna find us and kick our ass.
isn't he dead?
No, it's Maharaja Muhammad. It's
Just
Oh.
stop talking.
it's different
Both of you need to
pronunciation.
Stop talking.
Anyways, we now have a dominant female stable in NXT, led by Shayna Baszler, with the other 2 4-horse women.
And their
of
names
them,
are
Jessamine Duke and
Minneapolis, Minnesota,
Kansas, Missouri.
You're
Kansas,
terrible.
Missouri.
You're both going to hell. You're going so far down the hell.
I don't see a problem here.
Man, Jimmy, the only people that see problems with names are namists.
That was just bad even for you.
See what
You need to go in the corner.
When you
need
stand
to
on
go in-
you have to stand on an island with him. He ends up pushing you off in the end.
All right, regardless of Jessica Manamana, it was a very good match, and I was very, very happy with the match. I wasn't completely surprised that Baszler won. I remember we were making the predictions, and I said, like, Charlotte could win, but if Baszler were to win, I wouldn't be, like, at all shocked, and I wasn't, and it was really, really good.
I was really upset during that. Like, I'm just like, my girl.
Like, you're right, I guess from a face heel, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't poor booking. It was just a really good match.
We're expecting a War Games match now between the Three Stooges and Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, and Toni Storm.
Would you like to explain to people who don't know the Three Stooges?
Oh, Shayna Baszler, Jessamine Duke, and not Jessamine Duke and Shayna Baszler.
Oh, boy.
I don't know their names, man. I don't pretend to know.
We gotta Google this next time.
Hold on, let's put this to rest now.
Yeah. All right, just type in like Manamana WWE. See what you
Anyway.
No, that's house. Horse.
4 housewomen of
Four housewomen of Mama.
You want to jump into the
You would like that, wouldn't you?
No.
Marina Schaefer. That's such an easy name.
Wow, that's not difficult. That's not difficult. That's it, Marina Schaefer. That's it.
You were awful people.
Yeah, wow.
It's like her name is Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Right. Marina. It's it. It's just Marina, not Mashama. Just Marina. Wow. Fuck us.
Anyway.
What did you think? She was in Assassin's Creed?
Wow. That's just wrong.
Anyway, let's talk about
We are horrible humans.
Let's talk about
Jimmy's the worst. He had an old lady yell at us.
Let's talk about the
So much for editing. I brought it up again.
Shut up. Anyway,
Jimmy, you can't curse. This is a
I haven't
non-expletive rating show.
Shut up. Now let's talk about
No.
pretty much
I
one
don't
of the
even see
best
the rails
matches I've
anymore.
seen for a women's match.
Oh, so Becky.
Best women's match I've ever seen. Personally.
Best one.
I've ever seen. I've never seen anything better. I mean, you have like your leaps and bounds match, like Flair Banks, the Hell in a Cell match, which was good. I didn't think it was outstanding. I thought it was good.
Bailey
But
and Sasha.
Bailey and Sasha.
Bailey and
The
Sasha
Iron
was
Woman
also very good.
I think this top.
There's
Becky,
NXT
Yeah, I think
NXT
so.
matches that are also good.
I think
but
this one might have topped that.
this was
brutal.
yeah. This was
There was a moment where I thought the crowd was gonna pull an ECW and start throwing chairs into the ring.
this was a defining match for women. Like, this shows that women really can do everything that men can.
And better.
Well, there was one botch with the first.
Oh, we called them
moonsault.
out on that so
Yeah, we did.
hard.
There was one botch.
Oh man, did we tell them the story now?
Oh yeah. So there's a little girl in the crowd.
Oh no.
She's a little bit in front of us, and she's wearing fuzzy ear headband or something.
This is a bad start, guys. This is a bad start.
So she kept
She kept rooting for Charlotte.
Oh, no.
and I kept rooting for
Obnoxiously.
Becky Lynch.
Right.
Obnoxiously. So she's like, boo, Becky sucks. I'm like, Charlotte sucks. And she's like, Charlotte can kick Becky's butt.
She went into a really long rant about how amazing Charlotte is. Right behind us is another girl, and she goes right behind us and says, "Shut up!" All 4 of us were dying
Oh
laughing.
man, it was
so
pretty
great.
much the 2 little kids with me instigating, like, let's go, Becky!
I'm staring at him like,
CJ is
what are you doing with your life right now?
CJ is picking on children.
You instigated
No, he's instigating
a
fight
child
between-
fight
Yes, exactly. It's exactly what he did.
at a WWE event.
Yes.
Look, I'm gonna be real here. This isn't the first time I fought children at a WWE live event.
Wait a minute. Well, I'm gonna back this up.
No.
Don't open
Let's
this door.
no,
I
we don't
do
have
not open
time
this door.
to ask these kind of questions.
Turn away from the door. It says nothing. Just walk
Wide
away.
open
No,
though.
no,
It's a
close it.
wide open
Close
door.
it.
You-
You
but you-
was behind that door.
But
Oh,
it
man.
was
Smash
it
traps
was
and
the moment
landmines.
of the night for us. Just it was great.
Oh
So-
yeah, I loved messing with that little kid. That was great.
Seriously, the door's
So
like
fuzzy ears
wide
is what we
open.
were
There are
right
mouse
now.
traps and landmines behind that door. Just shut it.
It's
Just do
wide
it.
open.
Jared,
This
I'm
door is
inviting you into
wide
my
open.
home.
Valak is in that.
I want to ask it so badly, guys. I want to.
I'm hand delivering you an invitation.
God, I really want to do it.
we don't have that kind of time.
Yes, we do.
We're an over hour into this podcast.
Come on, I know you want to ask it.
No.
Do it.
We're done.
Do
He
it.
said it wasn't the first.
We have. See,
Listen, we have time after the podcast to answer any
No,
questions.
let's
I
throw
feel
it
like
on
the
here.
viewers want to hear it, though.
boy, doesn't it?
His violent tendencies.
Listen, if our viewers want to hear this, they can comment on this podcast on every single platform that we're on and let us know. And then next week,
This
they will tell.
podcast episode is kind of like WWE's build. We spent so much time with Crown Jewel that now we got to shove everything from Survivor Series into like 20 minutes.
Okay, so
You don't want to hear about
nope,
this?
nope, I don't.
Sure.
Positive. So
Let's finish off with
yes,
Evolution.
but yes, Charlotte Becky was
Best
really
match.
great.
Oh my
when,
God.
When the botch was unfortunate. I think it's just difficult as it is for someone like Charlotte, who not just because she's a woman, she doesn't have a lot of weight on her, not like a guy. So when you're trying to break the table, there's not a lot of weight coming
Well,
down.
I think it's also a matter of just how they positioned
Yeah.
the table. It was like too close.
It was too close. She over-rotated a touch.
Yes.
And it was a little unfortunate because it's definitely
it's not as bad as the other time the table didn't break.
Yeah, it wasn't horrific because again she still hit a moonsault. Like it's not like she
now
completely.
I remember
missed.
something I yelled out when she did the table thing. When she missed, I guess what was it? I yelled, "I guess botching is second nature to you."
It's not as bad as that spot from SmackDown years ago when Triple H trying to throw John Morrison through a table and Morrison just face planted on the table and they had to redo the spot completely to get him through the table.
It's not as bad as the Joey Mercury ladder spot.
No,
so.
we've already done botches before. And so like that was unfortunate.
It's not as bad as
We
Bella
did chant
kicking-
Botchamania at that
they
event.
It's not nearly as bad as Brie Bella kicking the lights
They
out of
picked
Mandy
it up.
Rose.
They moved the table a little further. They got it
and
again.
then Becky jumped out of the way for that one.
No,
Did she? I don't
No,
know.
She didn't.
Charlotte
No,
hit
they
her.
connected.
Charlotte hit her.
I just remember Becky putting Charlotte through a table
So
multiple times.
So the best part of the match for me is where you just have Becky burying rubble
yes.
under Charlotte, chairs, and I couldn't even tell you how many things.
Hold on, wait.
throwing.
One thing. Hey, Joe, didn't I remind you of a certain thing back at SummerSlam last year? Just burying someone under so much furniture.
No, I'm just
Hold
gonna,
on,
we're just moving on. I remember Braun burying Kane in chairs under the stage on Raw one night.
Rethink that answer.
Why would we go back to this?
I don't know.
We
I don't
made
know what's
such
going on right now.
leaps
He's
and
broken out on this
bounds.
podcast.
I remember when
This is like WWE with women and then not include them in Saudi Arabia.
I remember
doing?
I remember Dean Ambrose.
CJ, we're like
Literally just got
pushing.
past that and
Yeah.
bring it back into
You
this.
brought
Like, what the hell?
everything back.
We're not gonna go down this road. But no, stop. No.
Suplex City, bitch.
God damn it.
I
Stop
hate
playing it. It's my iPad.
him. I hate him.
All right.
So again, the rubble was really good. When Charlotte came out of it, I said to myself, I'm like, oh my God, Charlotte's winning this match. Like, that's really what I said.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She came out of all of it, and I think she said, like, is that the best you got? I think that's what she said, and just bull rushes back and was like, oh, Becky, run for your life.
And
like,
then Becky decided to powerbomb her.
through the table, right?
Yeah.
God.
It was good.
It was outstanding. It was outstanding. I'm happy Becky won. It was the right booking.
So many people were
But-
behind Becky. Like, I'm not sure
Yeah, the
what it
whole
was
arena
like.
was shit.
You know it's a good match, too, because, like, in the predictions, we were all talking about how bad booking it would be if Charlotte won.
Hey, I
and
stuck by
as
this
the
one.
And as the match progresses, I'm saying to myself, like, oh, my God, like, even though, like, just because of how great this match is, if Charlotte won, like, she earned it. Like, you know what I mean? That's when you know a match is good, when, like, you go in knowing that one person should win, and the match is so good that you're just like, I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't even care anymore.
fantastic.
It was so fantastic. I
lost my voice
yeah.
during that match because of how much I was rooting for
Yeah,
Becky.
no.
People were freaking out.
No,
I
I
heard
was-
it. I heard it when I was watching.
That was me.
I can only imagine what the Coliseum was like.
Oh,
like,
it
during
was.
the match.
Everyone
Was that the
erupted.
loudest? Was that the loudest
Yes.
they were?
Oh,
I would have
it
said,
was
yeah.
really
We erupted so hard. The entire arena was singing for Becky Lynch. They
Yeah.
were singing her theme song throughout the whole thing, which I always wanted to do. I always wanted to sing the theme song for Becky Lynch, in a crowd, and it was just perfect.
Yeah.
Everything was perfect. We booed the hell out of Charlotte so hard, and I loved just making fun of that little girl for cheering for Charlotte.
Dude,
He's opening the door
No,
again.
no.
Did you see what he did though? He creaked it open again.
It was great.
Fine.
The
And
door
even,
was he unlocked it again.
and the girl behind me was rooting for me too.
He's talking about it.
Okay.
It's done.
No, I'm kind of off right now.
No, it's great. Do you want to hear it, Jared?
No.
No, moving on to the next
Come
match.
on.
Well, no.
Moving on to the
So
next match.
now we have the main event, I believe, right?
Ronda
Wasn't it,
Rousey and
versus-
Nikki Bella.
I went in thinking it was going to be bad.
It was
I
much
did.
better than I
I
expected.
did. I
Much
thought
better than I expected, but a little too long. That's what
No, that was a fine match.
I timed it and posted it. It was
it was
like
like
15.
I think it was 20, 15,
14.
14 minutes.
Yeah, we actually
A little long.
posted the time.
I timed the thing and be
Oh, you
like,
did?
what's the over under on this? They're like 7 minutes. Okay.
A little long.
Double. It
A
went
little
double.
long, but not crazy long. Like if
And
it was
it
like
was good.
11 or 12 minutes, it would have been okay.
There was no Brie Bella kiss spot on Ronda Rousey, so
It was a little long.
There was no Brie Bella kicking Ronda in the face and knocking
No
her
one
out.
ever like said that Nikki was bad in the ring because she is. She's still good.
We
Nikki's
pulled
still good.
all the
We
stuff.
never. I don't remember if we ever talked specifically about this match when we did our predictions.
We
didn't
all
think-
wanted- yeah.
We didn't think
We thought it was
that-
gonna be bad. We
no,
did. We
that
thought
Nikki was gonna be bad wrestling. We thought it was
thought it
gonna
was
be
gonna be a
bad in the
squash.
sense that
They just wouldn't gel
they
together.
wouldn't
If
gel.
they would, it
and
wouldn't work.
I couldn't see Nikki carrying Ronda, but she
Right.
did. So
I think Ronda. I'm very impressed with Ronda. I think Ronda's really good.
I
And
can't wait for Ronda Lynch.
I really don't think I know. See, I didn't see a carry. I just saw a good match.
I saw them on
really
equal
did.
terms.
Yeah, I did. I really did. I thought they were both very good. I wasn't expecting. You have Nikki, who's part-timer, was retired, whatever you want to call it, hasn't wrestled much, and you have Ronda, who's relatively new at this. So I'm saying, like, man, how are they going to work together? Nikki and still has it, and Ronda does have it.
Yeah.
Has proven time and time again. Every time she's been in the ring, she has not had a bad performance. And
the official time for that match was 14 minutes 7.92 seconds.
7.92. All right.
Like I timed it myself. I screenshotted it.
So
Posted
it
on the
was,
pod.
it was very good. It was very good. It was a good way to end a really good pay-per-view.
Becky
Which
should have
then-
main evented.
Yeah, she should have main evented.
It should have, but you knew it wouldn't because it's Ronda.
But then
I liked Becky Lynch's response. You tried.
it led to Crown Jewel,
which is such a shame.
it went from a great moment of wrestling and just straight down the toilet.
Right, which is such a. I guess I probably expected. If I had to talk about my expectations, I expected Evolution to be a little worse, and I expected Crown Jewel to be a lot better. A lot, and even though, like again, when we before the last three matches, it was pretty much what I thought it was going to be. Maybe even a little better.
Hold on.
Maybe even a little better.
You say Crown Jewel, you expect it to be a lot better?
Yeah.
We could say the same thing about Braun Strowman.
All right.
Joe.
All right. I think that we need to.
I like the rants.
I know, but we don't have time for rants. This podcast is going over time as we thought.
No, it's fine.
No,
it's
not.
rants.
No.
Rants
stop.
are okay.
No, I'm overruling that.
Come
Some
on.
rants are okay. I
Come
think
on,
we've
drop
ran
some
out of.
F-bombs.
I think we've
Annoy
ran out of
lady
our
next
rants
door.
now. I think we've hit our rant quota for the podcast.
Yeah, I think we did, considering the fact that someone
on.
just came in and tried to shut this down.
Well, fuck her.
The last thing we need to talk about is what Survivor Series is shaping up to be.
Yo, it's looking
with everything
nice.
Raw and SmackDown going through.
It's good. It's good. I want to see. I want to see.
The build for Survivor Series is looking as thrown together as the build for Evolution.
The
was.
matches themselves might be good, but the build isn't good, and that's completely has Crown Jewel.
What do we
Crown
got
Jewel to
confirmed
blame.
so far? We got Lesnar Styles.
Which again, even though it
Champion
happened already,
match.
it will be good.
Nakamura should be good.
Rollins
Rollins-
Nakamura.
Becky Ronda will
Becky
be
Ronda.
like.
Oh, you
oh
guys
my
did
God.
not mention this, and I'm very disappointed, you guys.
Oh no.
Champion versus champion. The Bar taking on the Authors of Pain.
Well, we were gonna get. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that was part of.
I mean, it was very. I guess.
I'm very excited.
I'm very
about
happy
Yeah,
with.
I'm
So
excited.
now
I'm very glad they
now
defeated-
we know that Ambrose heel turn when they won the tag titles, it was just to make Ambrose's heel turn more shocking, and all the while their plan was to take it off of Rollins and McIntyre and Ziggler and McIntyre and finally give it to the Authors of Pain.
I just
Awesome.
loved how
So
Authors of Pain
fantastic.
had a hard-fought match against one man. man.
Well, Seth
And
Rollins
almost lost.
And needed help from Drake Maverick.
And needed help from a midget.
That's great.
That's a bit harsh.
A British one.
Jake Maverick doesn't deserve
Well, let's
that.
be honest here. I don't
think
know.
he's shorter than Jared.
I don't know.
He is shorter than Jared.
I don't know.
That's the point.
I don't know what Drake Maverick is doing there. I don't know what the point is, but
I think
whatever.
they need someone who's able to, travel.
I guess.
On
Should've
a
never
more
ditched
consistent
Paul Ellering.
basis. Because
Yeah, I guess
don't
Paul
think
Ellering
can't
couldn't do it, and I guess he can do it.
Which is sad. I much
yeah,
rather Paul Ellering.
he was a
but-
lot better, but I guess at his age, he probably can't handle
Paul
it all.
Ellering needs to lead War Machine to the main roster.
That would be-
That would be amazing.
But yes, AOP against Sabar should be fantastic. I mean, it should be fantastic.
And then what Joe is disgruntled about from the beginning of this podcast: Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles again.
I
Yeah.
brought that up.
Not a bad match.
It's the same. It's the same.
I am gonna. I
If
feel like
AJ wins, it'll be better. He won't, but if he
I
did,
feel
it would
like
be
AJ
better.
might actually win if Braun Strowman interferes.
I
I
don't.
feel like there's a strong chance that Braun Strowman interferes.
Well, so let me ask you: could Styles win clean?
No.
No, not a chance.
No,
not even like the
Not
sliver-
if Vince
Not
is
in
running
it.
the show, which he is.
Not a chance, huh?
If it was somehow
Not a
Triple
chance.
H, then it'd be a different story.
I'd rather have Braun interfere to give Brock that dirty loss.
Brock wouldn't get buried. Like if it was
No,
a good
and
match and AJ won, clean,
AJ
it
needs
wouldn't.
a solid, like a really good WWE, like a good championship match. He needs a really good one, and the only good one he's had in
Was
his
Last
entire
Man Standing
fucking
against
reign,
Nakamura.
not even his Daniel Bryan match on SmackDown.
No, he's had very good matches.
Last Man
the
Standing
one
against
against
Nakamura
Rusev
was
was
great.
good. I remember the one
with
Styles
AJ Styles.
Rusev.
Yeah,
That was-
that was good.
That was a good match. Styles Nakamura Last Man Standing was great. It was great.
John Cena versus Daniel.
John-
AJ
No,
Styles?
but that wasn't during this past reign.
No, he's talking about like
This
the
past
overall.
reign.
Oh, this past reign.
Yeah, I feel like he needs.
pretty much everything with
I think
Samoa
the
Joe
last
was
Jinder-
fantastic.
The last Jinder one wasn't bad.
It wasn't.
I mean,
good.
it's a SmackDown.
Do you
It was
want
a
that to
SmackDown show.
define his reign? Is Jinder Mahal?
The last Nakamura, Rusev, everything with Samoa Joe was all very, very good.
Styles Mysterio for the title would be very
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of AJ Styles' title reign, it is official. 365-day champion.
Yeah, I think
Won
he's
the
at.
full year.
I think he's over it now. I think it's
He
like
is over it.
367
No,
or
by
something.
today.
By the time,
today?
by the time this podcast goes out, it'll be over. But as of today, the 7th, it is.
Congrats.
You know, a lot of
365.
people are actually unhappy about it.
Why?
I guess because he
Because
came.
JBL was an amazing champion. And we can't
But
raise
here's the
his
thing:
reign.
we
Well,
can
no,
now
because
get
I guess it's because he came in and he wasn't like a WWE bred guy. He came in
There's
and
people mad about
this-
that. They don't know anything
there-
about wrestling. Shut
right.
up.
I think they're.
I'm still waiting for the Randy Orton AJ Styles feud. Now that Randy Orton's a heel,
I don't need any of that in my life.
imagine that. Imagine that at Mania. AJ Styles, Randy Orton.
That's not too bad.
We've
I'm
only had
biased.
one
I just
match.
don't like Randy Orton. I just don't like him.
Then
like,
that's
it's just,
fine.
I'm just
You
biased.
get more of an enjoyment out of AJ Styles
Bring-
losing against
bring
Randy
Chris-
Orton.
Bring Chris Jericho back for WrestleMania with Styles.
That'd be
Oh,
cool.
that would be amazing.
No, but
Again,
He's
a
technically
re-
still a SmackDown
Oh,
superstar.
No, Jericho's actually,
Speaking of Jericho
New
and Brock Lesnar,
Oh,
he's doing a better job of being fucking Brock Lesnar than Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
is. It's
yeah.
incredible.
Jericho barely shows up, wins, and that's it.
And
And
is
I
refusing-
love every
refusing-
second of
and
it.
is refusing a match with Naito at Wrestle Kingdom 13.
And I love
is
every
blasting
second.
It is amazing.
I love every second
This is
of
what
it.
Brock Lesnar should have been.
This is
in
because
sense.
Chris Jericho has personality.
Exactly.
Brock
Yes.
Lesnar's a
Yes.
toast.
He's a hammerhead
He's
shark.
a
according to
brick.
my girlfriend.
Yeah, that's not that bad. More like a bull shark.
Yeah, bull shark.
I think
bull
bull
shark.
shark probably
Nurse Shark. That thing that lives in the
Baby
bottom.
shark, dude. Sorry.
Why'd you just oh? First the lady comes in and yells at you for dropping F-bombs. Then you bring in Baby Shark.
I like how CJ just begging on Jimmy for that one word when we were all doing it, and I'm sure she heard everything, and that was just probably the straw that broke the camel's back. But it's just the fact that it was Jimmy's that
What is
caused it to happen, even though it really wasn't
What
his
is
fault.
she studying? Obituaries? I
Sh-
don't
sh-
know.
Dude! You're done. You're out. Get out.
And that's how we end the podcast, folks.
We need an.
Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue supporting us by rating and subscribing through Patreon, Audio Boom, Stitcher, TuneIn, CastBox, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play Music, and Apple Podcasts at Marks for Life Podcast. And now, check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for our podcast playlist and other content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, our Tumblr page, Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any questions, comments, or feedback. Until next time, Audio Marks.